with Sean and Dre. Today we have a special guest, the legendary, the legend in the making, Tyler Neville, the Grunk of Lafayette, 757's own. Today's a very interesting topic. We like to cover a lot of real stuff here. Today we're going to talk about overcoming adversity, beating the odds. I like to think everybody has a story. Not many people choose to share it. But this young man here, this is an ESPN 30 for 30, and most people don't even know. They see him for his accolades and in the newspaper and football field and basketball, but they don't really know who Tyler Neville is. The what it took for him to get to where he's at, sitting here today, and the 30 scholarship offers that he got, and the different trials he had to overcome as a young man at such an early age. Some things in life, most people never have to come close to dealing with he's had to deal with at such a young age. And we just wanted to bring him on today and tell his story because it's very inspirational. The day I heard it, I didn't even know who he was, but I wanted to give the stranger a hug because it was so impactful, and just for a young kid to have to go through all of that, and then just to hear what he went through and what was already coming for him. He just turned it around in the craziest way possible. It's a living miracle. This is a miracle if you've never seen one.
It's crazy.
What's going on?
Yeah, man. Tyler, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you here, boss man. If you can, give us a brief background about yourself. Like, who is Tyler Neville?
So, I'm just your average 7'5" kid. Growing up, played every sport. My dad coaching me. Just an athlete growing up. I just love to play football and basketball, and then I just got hit with a few roadblocks and just jumped right over them.
Okay. Yeah, man. So if you can tell us, as Sean mentioned, and you just see you hit with a few roadblocks in your life, can you mention a few of those things and how you overcame them, if you can, man?
So my 8th grade year, I was having trouble breathing, and I realized I had a concave chest. So my chest was caved in a little bit, putting pressure on my heart and lungs, so I couldn't breathe as well. So I had what's called pectus excavatum. They put a bar in me, they flip it upside down, immediately chest goes out. So I'm now able to breathe. And that was tough. That was a really painful surgery. And I was playing basketball at the time, so it took me out of basketball, and I missed so much school. I had to reclassify, so I had to repeat the 8th grade pretty much. And for sports, and I had so much support from just really at that point my family. So I never really got down, but I just played a lot of 2K during the time.
Right.
But then, so after that, get through that year, my freshman year, I came home from basketball practice. We were in the preseason, so we were in fall league, and I was freshman on varsity. I was all excited, and I was fighting for that starting spot. My parents come home, they sit me down, and they tell me I've been diagnosed with cancer. And I'd had a biopsy that previous Friday, and I was not expecting that at all. Like, I had relatives who had cancer, but I'd never even thought, I didn't even know, young kids,
people,
my young
right,
kids
right.
didn't even get that. So yeah, that was tough. I think I cried. I cried with my parents on our back porch. I think that was the only time I cried. I cried, and then my dad loves to tell, 20 minutes later, I asked if I could go to basketball. And they said yes, but I think they kind of forgot I had an open wound in my neck, and I was supposed to be out for 2 weeks, but they didn't have the heart to tell their kid he couldn't play basketball when they just told me I had cancer. So I did about 6 rounds of chemo, roughly 7-8 months. So I didn't have any radiation, again, because I had this bar in my chest and I wasn't allowed to. So the chemo, me and my mom, we planned it out. She was always there for me, and she was great. So we'd wake up, 4 o'clock every morning, make the trip down to Norfolk, CHKD is where I got chemo done. And I'd be there for 5 hours, because with chemo, because it's so expensive, they start making the drug, they make it on site, your drugs, and they don't make it until you arrive. So that's what takes so long. So I'm in there, and you're hooked up to an IV. It's a port. Got a little scar on my chest, and it's like a circular thing, so they don't have to prick your arms every time. So I'm in there, and chemo is just the worst, most nauseous you can feel, but just amped up times 1,000 and constant. So I was just always feeling sick. And I mean, it was definitely tough. I mean, I come to school, I was sitting right up there when we were having a awards banquet. Not awards banquet, some meeting for basketball. I reach up, my hair falls out, and that probably hit me the hardest. I was told my hair was gonna fall out, but I was not ready for it. I remember I was like, oh my, what the hell is that? But I mean, it really did, like, the community kind of came together for me. I remember my coach Woolham, he had shooting shirts, and they had the Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is my form of cancer, as a purple cancer awareness thing on the back, and it was sweet. And I mean, yeah, the people around me really made it easier and made it feel like I was just a normal kid just trying to get through high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So after the cancer, you beat that. You beat those odds.
Beat them.
You beat them. Something else happened.
Yeah.
So you thought you were scot-free.
Yeah, I thought I was out. I was like, all right, let's have some fun in high school. And so with chemo, so I'm on the steroids. During chemo, I really don't know exactly what I was supposed to do, but I did gain like 25 pounds, and I got a chubby, round face. I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. So I started working out like crazy. I remember I wanted to dunk so badly. So I was working with a weighted vest, and I snapped my L4 and L5, so I broke my back. And that was probably surprisingly the lowest of the low. Like, that got me down for 3 months. My whole summer before my sophomore year, I couldn't move. I was in a brace. I was just on bed rest. Just the only time I really moved was walking downstairs to eat, walking upstairs to play Xbox. That's all I did for 3 months, and that was really bad. But then I eventually had surgery because the bed rest didn't even work, so I pretty much was out 3 months, and it didn't work, which was even worse. I had the surgery. You can't even turn over on yourself by yourself for like a week or two at least. But I mean, I got through that. Lots of stretching, lots of physical therapy, and then I had a great sophomore basketball season. I didn't know what to even expect, and yeah, it really worked out.
Yeah, so you got into basketball. That was like your go-to at some point in time, right? Like, basketball was your sport.
Yeah.
How did you get into playing football? Because you didn't play until your junior year, correct?
Yeah, well, I played Little League.
Okay, right,
Kid.
right.
So I played Little League, but then the bar, I had the bar, and you're not allowed to play with it in. So it was
Makes
all
sense.
medical, the reasons I really couldn't play. And so, yeah, I was playing basketball. I was playing for a team. Their high school just won the state championship. I was playing for an Adidas-sponsored team on the Adidas Gauntlet. Okay. And this was back when I was just playing basketball.
Right.
So, like, I was a lot better. I was a lot better my sophomore year than I am now. That summer, and it was crazy. But I knew once that bar came out, I was immediately playing football the whole time. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I saw my brother go D1, and so I knew that was the way that I'd do it. Lafayette High School, you got to play football.
Right. So this is a hard question, man. What sport do you like the most? What's your most passionate? What are you most passionate about?
I've been asked this a few times. I think I like to hit. So if you could put pads on a basketball, I'd like that. But I mean, I have to say football. I mean, catching a touchdown is just like another feeling like it. Right. I'd rather catch a touchdown than dunk every time. So I go football.
Right.
Well, the things you had to overcome. I mean, just sitting here with you today, again, it's a miracle. Again, I don't know what people believe in, but miracles are real. And those were some rough times for you. I can only imagine for you and your family, and God bless y'all, for your parents sticking through and you just fighting through all of that. Yeah. But there's another side.
Sure.
some other things happened. You started playing football, and from what the newspapers tell me, somebody's a big shot around here. We keep talking about basketball, but the newspaper said that football has your name written all over it.
Yeah, yeah. So I had a pretty good junior year. Personal, I mean, we lost the region championship, which stunk. But yeah, so I had a pretty good junior year. It was my first year of high school football, and I think the athleticism from basketball really helped propel me for football. I'm a tight end too, so jumping, running, that really helped me. And so after my junior year, I started getting recruited, and I ended with 30 Division I.
How many?
30 of them.
I don't think they heard
Scottie
you.
Pippen.
30 what?
Yeah, 30 full D1 offers.
30 full D1 offers.
30, okay.
30. Yeah, and I picked Harvard. Go Crim, yes sir. Go Crim with a big H. So,
I think it's crazy, man. Sean, we say it all the time, like, you really can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Like, God is my strength. He is my fortress. You know what I'm saying? I carry a chest plate of armor and a sword. And I know you right there with us, man. Like, you went to battle and you overcome and you have the victory.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. How does that feel to you?
I mean, it's great. I forgot to mention, so when the day I was diagnosed,
nothing else happened.
the day I was diagnosed, when my parents come to tell me, they had got the call in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So they went to church, and they were at church praying for maybe 3-4 hours, just crying, praying, and they told me that. And go to. Oh jeez, 1 second.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling too. I had the church to support, go to church every Sunday. I've been going to St. Bede's since I was a little kid, especially there. Everyone there is they're just good to you, and just I don't even know how to explain the feeling. I don't know if it's really fully hit me. I try not to think about it because sometimes it'll get me a little too cocky. I start thinking about everything, but I feel like every time I think about it, I feel like I'm on top of the mountain. I can conquer anything, really.
You are.
You are.
You've been on this earth. Tomorrow's your birthday.
Yeah.
You be 19. For 19, you did a whole lot.
Yeah.
You did a whole lot, and it sounds like you're just getting started.
Yeah.
The things that you had to overcome, I can't say it enough. It's something you hear about in a story and on TV. It's unbelievable. And here you are today, good-looking kid. Look at this kid. Good-looking kid, head full of hair, standing tall, going to Harvard, and that's amazing right there. That's amazing. We set up this podcast to try to just bring awareness to some real topics and bring real people here to hear real stories. Again, not enough stories are being told, and it's a lot of miracles out there that people are walking by and don't even know, and you can take something from them when you hear it. This young man is going to go on to do great things. Harvard's leading tight end coming in.
Yes, sir.
Just told us yesterday he got an offer from UCLA last night, so the offer's still rolling in. We want to thank you for coming on.
Sir.
I want everybody to know, again, if you've never seen a miracle, take a look at this guy. Take a look at this young man. His birthday's tomorrow, 19. He's healthy, cancer-free, cool haircut. He got the comb over going on.
Got the Visions haircut.
Oh, he got the Visions haircut.
James got me.
James got you. So
That's all right.
Yeah, Tyler, we just want to thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Again, I hope it reaches somebody out there and let them know, regardless of the situation or the circumstances, you can push through. You can push through if you believe, the support, but most of all, you believe. You knew when that bar came out, I'm getting back out there. Yeah. Nothing's going to stop me. And now, you on top of the world. Stay up there.
Yep.
You don't got to feel cocky. You don't have to. You are who you are. You have a whole story.
Yes, sir.
So don't let nobody tell you nothing